The Miami Heat take on the personality of their president, Pat Riley. Tough, hard-nosed, and won't go down without a fight. They were once again one of the best teams on defense, and they always play with a chip on their shoulders. No other team gets the best out of their players than the Miami Heat. This scrappy bunch fought through a number of injuries, but their depth on the bench pushed them to a 44-38 record and the 6th seed in the East. We saw the return of one of the Heat's best players in franchise history, Dwayne Wade, after 1.5 seasons away from the team. The old man still got game, and him coming off the bench is a perfect role for him at this point of his career. The Heat have a lot of good players on the team, but they lack a true star to elevate them to the next level. It showed in the playoffs against the 76ers. The 36-year-old Dwyane Wade can't be counted on as that guy at his age. The near $100 million investment of their center Hassan Whiteside hasn't paid off. They expected him to be an all-star by this point. Whether it's his attitude or his play, he is not the player that the Heat can depend on night in and night out. Whiteside voiced his frustration with lack of playing time during both the regular season and playoffs. And you can understand that. A player feels he can help out the team and wants to be out there. But he isn't a dominant low-post scorer, and he can't shoot a jump shot. And he also doesn't have the foot speed to go at the pick and rolls effectively. That's why he saw a drop in minutes this past season. It's no secret that the Heat want to trade Whiteside. The problem is, nobody currently wants to take on his big contract or his attitude. Last year's 14th overall pick is also one of the reasons why the Heat want to get rid of Whiteside. Bam Adebayo can be a stud in this league. He's one of the best athletes at his position and is very active on the court. Can defend on the inside and the outside, and has the potential to be an above-average offensive player. He's one of those players you need on the team to compete for a championship. He's the one player that the Heat fans can get excited about for the future. In my opinion, this team is not good enough to be a top team in the East, but they're still good enough to be a playoff team and not draft in the lottery to get a blue-chip prospect. They're in a tough spot. There isn't any way they can dramatically get better in the next couple of years because of their salary cap situation. I thought it was a bad move for the Heat to match the offer sheet for Tyler Johnson a few years ago. Johnson is a solid player, but he's not worth $19 million per year, and he will make that amount for 2 straight years. Goran Dragic was the Heat's best player last year as he made the All-Star team for the first time in his career. He's been a good player for the Heat ever since he's been there. Dragic has a player option at the end of this upcoming season, and there's a chance he could explore free agency. The last 2 seasons for Dwyane Wade has ended because of his ankle. He finally had surgery on it, and that ended his season after playing just 30 games. His scoring punch off the bench is something that he could have used against the Sixers in the playoffs. Richardson has really rounded out his game and became a regular starter this past season. He's a guy who can put up stats across the board. He became a legit two-way player last season and shot a surprising 38% from the three-point line. The former first-round pick Justice Winslow has not lived up to the hype since he's been in Miami. Once looked at as a steal, Justice is going into his final year of his rookie deal and has to show progression in his game. Much like Stanley Johnson, Winslow has been a disappointment so far. He has battled injuries almost every season, but he still is a great defensive player and plays with 110% effort. We still don't know if Dwyane Wade is coming back for at least 1 more year. He certainly still has the game. The Miami Heat want him back. It's just a question of if Dwyane Wade wants to come back. He said it's either going to be the Miami Heat or retirement. I hope he comes back for 1 more year to give the fans one last opportunity to watch him play. The Miami Heat focus should be continuing to develop players and get healthy for this upcoming season. Unless something dramatic happens, I see this upcoming season being similar to last season for the Miami Heat.